So Vishnu, will get started. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah. So today we'll be starting with basics of JavaScript. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Since you already aware of basics of HTML, let
Yeah.
me right away get into the JavaScript basics. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So so we'll start creating a basic template for HTML.
Mm-hmm.
Let's save it as HTML. Okay, and I'm by the way I'm using Sublime Text so that it's easy for you as well. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So the way we write JavaScript in a HTML page is within the script tag. Okay.
Okay.
So the moment browser comes across the tag called script, it knows that the subsequent lines belongs to JavaScript.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the basic JavaScript any browser can understand. So you need not include any other library to for the browser to understand the JavaScript. Basic JavaScript browser understands. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
whereas library called jQuery, some other if you're including some other library, you need to explicitly include that library so that browser will able to understand. Okay, whereas for JavaScript, it by default understands. Okay, and a very good editor for JavaScript is the browser itself actually. Okay,
Okay.
I'll be showing you in some time.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
the first command that we'll start with today is document dot write. Okay, hello world. Okay, and then we are going to run this class, run this demo. Intro.html. That is what I've saved. So you see, what JavaScript has done is took the document and returned hello world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then uh, this is the syntax. So ideally, it's good practice to finish it off with a semicolon. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
though it's not mandatory these days, it's a good practice.
Okay.
Okay, so the same thing can be done in browser as well. So if you see the moment I start typing it out, it's suggesting me what are the different methods in it. Okay, so
Okay.
document is one object. Okay, so object concept I will introduce later. Uh, just for this today class, I'll just introduce two or three, but in detail, what is objects, how to create objects, I'll be covering up in the later sessions. Okay, so for now, assume that document is one object and it has a method called write. Okay, and what I'm going to say is hello world, welcome to JavaScript class. Okay, so what happened is it has overwritten the existing HTML. So the whole document it will overwrite into what you are giving here. Okay. Okay. Said that there is a difference if you try to do this again. For example, uh, this is the first class. Here it is appending. Okay, not overwriting the existing document. Okay, so there is a difference when it will append and when it will overwrite the entire document.
Okay.
Okay, so the difference that happens when it first time loading document dot write, meaning when an HTML page is already generated. Okay, and then if it encounters document dot write, it will overwrite. Okay, else it will just append it. For example, when we are loading this, Okay, so we have document hello world. Okay, now for the first time when I say document, now the HTML has loaded up. Intro.html has loaded completely. Okay,
Okay.
so now when I say document.write, what it does is it overwrites up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the very first time when the HTML got downloaded completely, and then if you are trying to write a document.write, it will overwrite. For the subsequent times, it will just append it.
Okay.
Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So I hope you understand what is document.write now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Now let's go ahead and move into the next section called comments. Okay, how can we write comments in JavaScript? I hope you understand what it means by comments. Comments
Yes.
is something that it will be there in the code, but it won't get executed. The end user will not able to see what you are writing, and meaning it will not come in the browser section. Okay, it will browser just omits that wherever there is a comment. Okay, and there are two ways of commenting. One is single line comment and other is multi-line comment. Okay, so let's start with single line comment. So let's say right now we have this, and let me load this again. So to load it again, I'm pressing F5. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and then what I'm gonna do now is just add forward slash, double forward slash. Okay, and then press F5. Okay, now browser has omitted that line. Okay,
Yeah.
even in Sublime Text, you can see the comments will be coming in black for black background. Okay,
Okay.
dot black font. So it means that it's been commented out. So the moment I take out the comment, it comes up. So this is single line comment. Okay. Next, we will see how to write multi-line comments. So multi-line comments, if you feel that you are writing a function, okay, and you want to describe it, okay, and you are not able to describe it within a single line, so you are writing, let's say, 5 or 6 lines together to describe the function. And often when you start writing real-time applications, it's always a good practice to comment out any function that you are writing now. Okay, so that anyone who sees will able to understand, or for your own sake, when you come after 6 or 3 months, okay, you yourself won't able to understand what we have written now. Okay, so it's always good to create comments put with then and there, though it at times feels like redundant, but it helps you in later stages when you are working with application for a long time. It always good practice to write comments then and there.
Okay.
This a multi-line comment will start with a slash and a star. Okay, and then any lines after that will be treated as comments. Okay.
Okay.
For example, the moment I wrote slash star, Sublime understood that the next following lines are comments. Okay, following JavaScript lines are comments. So that's why you're seeing that it's getting faded away. And let's take this is example to create a web page, and this is the second line. Okay, now I want to end this comment. So what I'll be doing is I have to do it in the reverse manner. I just to say star slash. Okay, so now you will see only hello world and you will not see the comment section. Okay, let's go a little bit on how you can analyze document, I mean DOM elements in browser itself. So you go anywhere in the browser and right click and say inspect element. Okay, And browser these days are very efficient, okay, and you can figure out most of the problems by just looking at the console and the elements tab. Okay, it's very always good practice when you are developing some JavaScript application. You open up the console tab. It's always good. If there is any error, you will get to know. We will be printing a lot of statements in the console. So it's always good practice. You keep the console tab open when you are developing. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, here if you see, the browser has kept an a tag by default, though we haven't defined it. Okay, and it's an empty head tag, and then there is a body. Inside the body, there is a script that we wrote. Okay, so it just takes away all those and append it in the script tag. Okay, and it is saying hello world. And if you go to console, there is it's empty because we haven't printed anything in the console. Okay, and if at all, if there is any error in your code, browser starts browser shows the error message in the console. For example, let's take this section and then say we haven't closed the syntax properly. Okay, so browser says in the console tab, it says uncaught syntax error, missing the parenthesis after argument list. So this is the argument for document.write, and it says we are missing the parenthesis.
Hmm.
So whereas if you ignore semicolon, it doesn't comply. So semicolon is optional, but it's good to have it, right? It means that the statement ends there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the very basics, and what we will be seeing now is how to print statements in browser console. Okay. So to do that, we have to use console.log. Okay. This is a debug message. So I'm coming here pressing F5, and if you can see in the console it has printed saying this is a debug message. So console.log is used primarily to print statements in the browser console. Okay, so when we are working with complex functions and we want to know what is going in between, what happens in this line, what is the value of this variable at this particular instant, what is the value when it goes after 2, 3 lines. So for that, it's always good to use console.log. You won't believe me, even how much expert you are. Okay,
Hmm.
console.log is a primary tool for debugging. Okay, if something goes wrong, we will be first having console.log every at max wherever it's possible. We will be printing it out and see how the flow is going away. So it's always good to use console.log as well. Okay.
Okay.
So right now we have seen 3 things. Okay. Um, so we have seen document dot write. Just a moment. And we have seen single line comment, multi-line comment, and then console.log. Okay. These are the different items that we have seen. Okay, so these are all the minimum basics for JavaScript. Okay, I hope you have understood so far.
Yes.
Pretty much easy, right? And there is nothing complex. But
Yes.
just want to understand, you know these stuff before, or I'm again repeating?
No, I don't know these stuff.
Yeah, fine. That's good. Because I don't want to teach you something you already learned, so that if you know something else, tell me upfront that I know this, we can skip it so that we will not waste time in it. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So far good. We have seen this. Next, let's jump into the next topic, which is variables. Okay, creating variables.
Okay.
So that is where a lot of interesting stuff comes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and I'm going to create a one more page. I will share these HTML files with you. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be putting it in a repository called GitHub in website. I will share the links to you. Okay.
Okay.
So that whenever you want to brush up, you can take up this code directly and have it there. Okay. You can
Okay.
copy paste it so that you need not waste time in creating it again.
Yes.
I'm going to save it and then I'm going to say variables.html and I'm just going to copy a few things so that not wasting time in it. The way we create variables in JavaScript is variable x is equal to 1. I hope you know why we are using variables in any programming language, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So to make things dynamic, we use variables. So here I've just said variable x is equal to 1 and then I'm going to run this, nothing happens. Sorry, I have to run variables.html. Okay, so nothing happens here. But if you look at the console, when you print x, it says 1. So what means? It means that browser got a variable, created a variable called x, and its value is 1. Okay, and here itself we can directly perform many operations. For example, x into 2 is 2, x into 5 is 5, x divided by 2, it says 0.5. So all these are all different mathematical operations. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is in console you will have the variable value in it so that you can try playing around with it. Okay.
Okay.
Now here I'm going to say console.log of the value of let me first print just x, then later I'll take you to run. So I'm just saying console.log of x. Let's say x plus 4, x into 4. So it prints one by line now. So x is 1, x plus 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 1 into 4 is 4. So we have different console.log statements here. Now, so this is how variable by in the like a very basic variable type. Okay. Now what I'm going to say is this the value of x is x. Okay. Here it has printed saying the value of x is this 1. So what it has done is, so this is a string, okay, and
Mm.
this is a numeric type variable, okay, integer variable, okay. So moment it comes across a string and then a variable and we have asked it to concatenate it up. So it just concatenated the variable x into the string, the value of x is up. Okay, so this is the way if you want to concatenate a string and a number up. Okay,
Okay.
so whereas if you say x plus x, it prints 2. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how concatenation works. I will introduce uh, much more complex numeric types later stage. Okay, today I'm just trying to achieve something for which I'm taking the necessary background for it. Okay, so we'll just do some small exercise today in the end. Okay, for that I'm teaching you the basics of, okay. So I might skip few things now, but I will cover it up whenever it's required. Okay.
Okay.
I hope
Okay.
that also will work out for you. Instead of just saying everything in a moment, we will take step by step.
Okay.
Yeah. So one more thing to caution you is this variable x is case sensitive. Okay.
Okay.
So when you say capital X and say it says x is not defined, whereas small x it is defined and it prints the value. So variables are case sensitive. X is different from X. Okay. So next we will move into another way of interacting with the web browser called pop-ups. Okay.
Mm.
This. There are three types of pop-ups. So let me add this. So this we have seen how to create a numeric variable. Okay. Now we say popups.html. Okay, so this is the first document. There are three types of pop-ups. One is alert, another one is uh, confirm, another one is prompt. Okay, so three types of pop-ups that we usually use, and I will walk you through one by one. So let's start with alert. What alert makes? So when you say alert, this is a simple pop-up. Okay, and the moment you think load the browser. So it says JavaScript alert. Okay, this is a simple pop-up. So what alert does is it prompts. So when you would have seen this in many web pages when you first time log in, it will be prompting you something saying cookie is disabled, go and enable cookie. Okay, and stuff like that. You have seen this in many real-time web pages.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how you create a simple alert. So this is a simple pop-up. Anything that you want to see, any string that you want to see inside the alert. So inside this, you have to put it within the alert function. Okay,
Okay.
and you can have multiple alert. This is the second simple alert. What happens is I'm just saying okay, and then I'm loading the browser. So it says this is a simple pop-up, and it again comes. This is the second simple pop-up. So how many ever alerts you pick, it comes one by one. The moment you press OK, it looks for whether there is any other alert, and if it is there, it will pop up.
Okay.
So this is simple pop-up. Okay, and I'm going to comment this. So it's always good practice to have a single space between the comment and the comment tag and the comment that you're going to write up. Okay,
Okay.
and also you would have seen I'm keeping some indentation, two space indentation. So these are all kind of best practice that people follow it and outside, so that anyone who sees your code, they'll able to understand and they will able to walk through easily.
Okay.
So next we will move into another pop-up called confirm. Just gonna say confirm. Uh, are you sure? Okay. and I'm going to load this up. So it just says, this is another JavaScript pop-up. This is not an alert. This is something that we will interact with the user. Uh, the earlier alert, there is no way we can interact with the user. The way what I tried to say by interact is we are not going to get anything from the user back. So when they click on OK, browser going to just stop it. It doesn't return back anything to us. Okay, that is just a pure simple pop-up without any return statement. Okay, whereas confirm in the other hand has two buttons. One is OK, another is cancel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain. So if you again load it, cancel. So by default, nothing happens in the backend. I'll explain. Whereas in the alert message, you had just OK button. Okay. Whereas with the confirm message, we are having OK and cancel. Okay. So visually, this is the difference. But what happens in the backend, I will let you know. Uh, it actually returns true or false. That we can save it to a variable. Okay. User under, I'm just going to say variable user underscore confirm is equal to, okay, let's say console.log user and underscore confirm. Okay, now I'm going to load this. Okay, the moment I say okay, if you can see it in the console, it has written true.
Okay.
And then I'm loading the page again, and then I'm going to say cancel. So it has written saying false.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a way we get what user like typing in, meaning what user clicks on, whether he's clicking OK or whether he's clicking cancel. That we'll know. And why are we getting this up? So reason behind this, we might do something when he clicks OK, and we might ignore something when he's clicking cancel.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try it out one thing. Uh, so now what we'll do is I'm going to introduce you to something called if conditions. Okay, so conditional statement I'll introduce to you. Okay, I hope you have basic knowledge of what is if and else, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the way we write if else condition is if, okay, followed by the condition, okay, and
Yes.
then flower braces, and anything that you write inside this, this is these are statements executed when the condition passes. Okay, so whatever the condition that we are writing here, if it gets passed, meaning if the value is true, JavaScript will execute anything within that. Okay, if it is not true, it will not execute. For example, I'm going to say 1 equal to 1. Okay, and here I'm going to say console.log, okay, uh, condition passed inside the if statement. First time it's going to ask me, are you sure? It's because of this user confirm alert, and then I'm going to say okay, and then it says condition was inside the if statement. It means that the browser, just 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry. Now it has went inside the console.log. Now let's say if I'm going to say 1 equal to 2, okay, and then I'm going to press this again, and it goes in and nothing happens because this condition has failed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't goes inside. Now what I'm going to say is user underscore confirm. Okay, you have click OK button. So the moment I'm going to say OK, it says you have clicked the OK button. The moment I'm going to say cancel, nothing going to happen now. It's because user underscore confirm. So if I start doing console.log of user underscore confirm, okay, the moment I say here, so it value here is true, okay, and that true value is passed to this if statement, and that is a true condition, so it goes inside. Whereas the moment I press cancel, the value is false, so it doesn't goes inside the if statement. Okay, but I'm going to do another thing else. I'm going to add. I'm going to say console.log. You have pressed cancel button. I'm going to say OK, it says you have clicked OK button. Moment I'm going to say cancel, it says you have pressed cancel button. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of console.alert, I mean console.log, we can have a alert statement as well. What it does is, moment you say OK, it's going to say you have clicked OK button. I'm going to say cancel, it says you have pressed cancel button.
Okay.
So this is how alert and confirmation and if statements works. So what we have covered here is how to create alert, how to create confirm pop-up, how to create a if statement. Okay, so these things we have seen. Okay, next stuff that we are going to do is, so I'm going to comment this as of now. So let me do a multi-comment.
Okay.
Next thing that we are going to see is prompt. Prompt type something. Okay, here let me run this. So what it does is, it has created a text box for us. Okay, in
Okay.
the earlier confirm, what it does is we had only two options. One is OK or cancel. So that is like boolean. So either true or false. Okay, whereas here it's something that comes into a real world. You can have anything. Okay, anything inside the text box. The user can type anything. Okay, let's
Okay.
say my name is Kadir. And just click, nothing happens. Similar to confirm pop-up, we can assign it to a variable user underscore text is equal to this, and then I'm gonna say alert. Okay, you have typed user underscore text. Let's say my name is Kadir, and I'm gonna say okay. Then it says you have typed my name is Kadir. So
Okay.
it takes away the entire text that user has typed there. Okay, and then it is returning back the entire text, and then we are cascading this. So let me repeat. Let's say your name is, type your name. So I'm gonna say type your name. I'm gonna type Kadir Money, and it's going to say me your name is Kadir Money.
Okay.
So this is how confirm works. Okay, and you can write if conditions for this as well. The way we write it, something like if I'm going to write a condition saying user underscore text equal to Kadir. Okay. So earlier we just had a true or false. We directly got that boolean true or false. Whereas here, what we have is a text. Okay, so we need to compare with some other string. Okay, and then see. For example, here, if you type user underscore text, it says Kadirmani. Okay, moment I say equal to, check it whether it's equal to Kadir, it's going to say false. I'm gonna say Kadirmani, it's gonna say true. Okay.
Okay.
So moment here I say user underscore text equal to Kadirmani, I'm going to say I'm going to alert the user saying you are authorized. Okay,
Okay.
authorized to view. Okay, I'm going to say else you are not authorized. Okay, so here I'm going to type Kadirmani. It says your name is Kadirmani, and then it again says you are authorized to view. No, two times it comes because we have a alert statement here as well. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and then moment I say just money, it says your name is money, you are not authorized. Okay, so if the person is not authorized, we can do show him something else instead of showing the original content to him.
Okay.
This is just crude way of doing authorization, showing some stuff to one person, another person, to other person. Anyone really wants to know, they can go back and see it here. So the whole content would be here actually. So
Okay.
it's not ideally hiding it from the user. It's just for the browser. People who doesn't know about console and who doesn't know about elements, we can hide it. For just here, everything will be here only. So you can't hide anything whatever you write here. For that you need some kind of server mechanism. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever you write here, it's gonna come here. Okay,
Yes.
even with the comment sections. Okay,
Yes.
so now so far we have covered if statement with Boolean variable. I mean by Boolean variable is it takes value either true or false.
Yes.
With the string variable, and then we have seen how to use prompt pop-up. Okay, so to brush it up, okay, I'm going to comment this section for now. I can just very well remove this and rest. Now if I do, nothing happens. So we have alert hello, which will alert okay, and then we have x meaning user underscore choice is equal to confirm. Uh, are you sure? So it's going to ask, are you sure? I'm going to say, okay, it's going to print true. The moment I'm going to say cancel, it's going to print false. And then I'm going to say user underscore text is equal to prompt of uh, type your name. So I'm going to say Kadir, it's going to return me Kadira. Okay. If I say cancel, it's going to return a null statement to me. Okay,
Okay.
so that you will know that whether a person has entered anything or not.
Mm.
So let's see what happens when I just click on OK. So it's printed an empty statement. So there
Yes.
is a difference. So there is a difference here. Okay. So moment you press OK without typing anything, it means that user has clicked OK and he didn't type anything. So we get an empty string. Whereas when you do cancel and when you get a null, it means that user has not clicked OK and he has clicked cancel. So you can put it in a if statement.
Okay.
and then check whether a user has really typed anything or not. If you have pressed cancel, you can alert him saying please type something up.
Mm.
Okay, so far you are able to get it.
Yes.
Any doubt so far?
No, no doubts.
Yeah, fine. So next we move into something which will be interesting to start with. We'll start changing the colors in the web page. Okay,
Okay.
something
Okay.
that will be really interesting to start with. I'm gonna save it as changing underscore text underscore color dot html. Okay, and just going to copy paste this row for example and have it here. So I will just have a okay, I'm just going to have a plain document. So I'm going to changing underscore text underscore color.html. So nothing happened. So now here let's say I'm going to write document dot right. Inside this, it's not just a string that we can write. We can even start creating a DOM elements. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the training class. So it has created a string, and if you do go and do an inspect element, it has actually created a p tag.
Yeah.
So it's a proper p tag in your HTML. Earlier it was just a string. Now it's a proper p tag. So you can have it any tag that you want. For example, let's say h1. So welcome to the training class. Okay. So now that we have created this, okay, what we are going to do next is we are going to get input from the user. Okay, and we are going that input is going to be a color variable. Okay,
Okay.
and then moment the user clicks on some color, we are going to change the text of this h1 tag.
Okay.
Okay, uh, so let's say I'm going to say so what is the pop-up name to get variables from the user, input from the user?
From the user. Confirm.
Yeah, that's great. So confirm. Okay. Uh, Please type or we'll say we'll ask the user to please choose a color among red, red, blue, green. Okay. So what is going to do is okay. Sorry, I'll just close this. So it actually threw an error because I have opened it with a single quotation and I tried closing it with a double quotation.
Okay.
And sorry, I missed this here. Okay, so here I started a double quotation. Okay, and I had a double quotation here. So that is for this double quotation, and I didn't close this. Okay, so that's
Okay.
why it's throwing out error saying unexpected token illegal. Now, if I say, acha, sorry, we have to use not confirm. Confirm will just give you okay or cancel. Okay,
It's a prompt.
we have to use prompt.
Okay.
So now it says please choose the color among red, blue and green. So I'm going to choose color red. Nothing happens because we have not said anything to the browser. What should we do when we get the input? So I'm going to
Okay.
say variable user underscore choice is equal to okay, and then say console dot log user underscore choice in red. So it printed red. Okay, so as of now, we are just printing is what the user has entered. Now we have to go and change this welcome to training class color. Okay. So
Okay.
to do that, we have to tell JavaScript that go and pick this element up. Okay, so we have to tell that first. So the way we do is usually is in JavaScript we have a object called document. Okay, and we saw a write method here, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so there is one more function called get element. Okay, there are a bunch of function methods under that get by name, by class name, by tag name. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use get element by id. Okay,
Okay.
and then I'm going to assign an id to this user underscore text. I hope you know the difference between id and a class, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So just to refresh, ID can take up only one tag can have a ID unique ID, whereas
Yeah.
class is not unique. Many tags can have the same class. Okay, that is the main difference. So in the moment here, I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, it's asking me to say red. Okay, now here I'm going to say select document dot get element by ID user underscore text. So it's returning me saying there is one h1 tag with the ID called user underscore text.
Okay.
So now we are got hold of the tag h1 tag.
Hmm.
Okay, and we can start doing anything with that. We can remove it, we can change it to something else, we can change its color. Okay, that this is a kind of selector. Okay, this is a selector. It has selected identified and selected a element. Okay, what we are going to do with the element is completely up to us. We can do anything. So that is when real-time application comes. What you want to change it, whether you want to do some animation over it, whether you want to change the color.
Okay.
Okay, now here let me go back and it says a thing, and I'm going to type dot. Okay, and I'm going to say style. Okay, and color. It printed me an empty string.
Hmm.
Okay, so by default it doesn't have any color, and by default it takes up a black color. Okay, what I can do is here I can just say red. It changed into red.
Okay.
So what we have done is, let me come walk you through again. So we have a document object. Okay, you start typing get element and it will suggest you, and go with get element by id, and what we want is user underscore text. Okay, and we got it. So if you typed something else, you would have returned a null value. Okay, so there is nothing, no tag with an ID called user underscore. So it returns a null. So right now, let's take user underscore text. There is a uh, tag with user underscore text, and it has written that tag. And now we are going to say style. Okay, so I've just set style. So it's a dictionary inside it. So it says zero color, and I'll walk you through this later. Okay, here if
Okay.
you see, we have already added this color to red.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is the one of the properties. So when you go back again and just say document style, so it doesn't have that color attribute here.
Yes.
The moment we changed it, it's adding it to the its style sheet, and then changed it color. So now style dot color. So it's an empty string. Now we are going to say red. It has changed the color. Okay. So let's do the same thing here. Okay, uh, document dot get element by id. Okay, user underscore text, and then going to do a console dot log of this. I'm just going to say red. It has just returned the h1 tag.
Okay.
Okay, Now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to say dot style dot color. It doesn't print anything because there is no such color attribute to it. Okay, so instead of doing a constore statement, I'm going to say equal to green here, red. So it is changed to green. So, but I've entered red, but it has changed to green because explicitly we have said it should be green. Okay. Now we will make this dynamic to what user has entered. Okay. So we will say this should be equal to user underscore choice.
Okay.
So now when you say red, it is having a red color. When you say green, it's having a green color. Let's say purple, it's having a purple color. Though we ask the user to just choose one among these, it's up to him to type whatever he wants.
Yes.
So even I can just have some random function. I can say nothing happens because there is no such color. Okay, I can say yellow. It changed to yellow. So user is not restricted to type only red, green, or blue. He can type anything. So now it's up to us. Okay, to say whether to change the color or not. So right, so we have to do a condition what user has entered. Okay, so
Yep.
that's when we will be using if statements. So we'll say if user underscore choice, sorry, equal to red. Okay, so here if I just say red, it will pass the condition and it will change it. If I say yellow, it doesn't do anything. Okay, because this condition has failed, so it didn't go inside this.
Yes.
Though here it is dynamic, but it didn't pass the condition, so it didn't come here. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to use or condition. Okay, we have to see whether user has entered red or whether user has read blue or whether user has entered green. Just 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah. So we have to introduce OR statement. Okay. So you are aware of what is an OR statement, right?
Mm.
So we will write an argument stating user underscore choice equal to green and or user underscore choice equal to blue. Okay, what that it means is if any of these condition passes, it will go inside, else it will not go inside.
Yeah.
So I just say red, it goes inside, and I'm going to say blue, it goes inside. If I say purple, I'm going to say nothing. So instead of just having nothing, we can just say alert the user saying uh, please choose only red, green, or blue. Okay. So if I say purple, it's going to say please choose only red, green, or blue. Okay, and we can again prompt the user to the same function here. Okay, again we can ask the user to choose the color. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this is what we have covered for today. We'll be winding it up. I'm just going to type this again and copy paste it here. So we have seen how to create prompt, get element by ID. Okay, to use get element by ID, and then in that how to change how to change DOM prop. When to say this color, we didn't see any other property. So DOM color using get element by
I.
id dot style dot color, and then we have seen how to use or operator in a if statement. Okay, so that's it for today. This is what we have seen covered up to brush it up. We started with document.write. So it writes if the page is already loaded, it will overwrite, else it will just append. So we have seen single line comment, multi-line comment, console.log to print anything in the browser console, and how to create a numeric variable x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, how to create a pop-up called alert, how to create a confirm pop-up and get the value whether it's true or false.
Yeah.
And then we have seen how to use if statement with that boolean variable, and along with the string variable we have used a prompt pop-up, and we have seen a single selector called get element by id, and we have changed the color of the tag using what the user has entered, and also we have seen operator or operator inside the if statement. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is for today's class. What I'll be doing is I'll be sharing you the code using GitHub. Okay. So if
Okay.
you can either create an account or you can just go to my account.
Okay.
GitHub hash study money. So it will take to my GitHub account.
Okay.
Okay. Please ignore the photo.
Okay. So.
It was taken long time back, some 2 years back, when I came
Okay.
to Hyderabad first time.
So
So,
now,
so
now you
these
are
are
put
all.
up weight. No, you are put up weight or still same.
Yeah, I put up a lot of data. Okay, so this actually GitHub. You have any idea of what is GitHub?
I don't have an idea about Git actually.
Yeah, so GitHub is basically is a version control. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I will not go into depth of it. One way of is like people when they write code, they push it up to this.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Okay.
when they update it again, they push it up. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that it will maintain the history. So if you want to go back 2 days back of what you have written, it's easy for you to get it up.
Okay.
So it will have different version for each time you push up. So you can go to any push that you want. You can go backward and change your code up.
Okay.
So that is the main purpose of it, version control. Not just that, there are many stuff, but for this to training purpose, I'll be sharing it here. You can just go and download it up. Okay. So you can create a repository. Okay. I'll be saying jQuery underscore tutorials. Sorry, JavaScript. jQuery. I'll be saying JavaScript underscore tutorials, and then I'll say uh, basics of JavaScript. Okay, and making it as public. Okay, anyone can see this repository. Whoever has this link can open it and download the code.
Okay.
Okay, to have a private account, I need to buy this, which I don't have. Anyway, I just have a free account only. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm just going to create a repository. So this is the link that you have to check it up. Can you note down this link?
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, it will be there in the video as well. Okay.
Yes.
So there, here, once I push the files, okay, you will have an option to download it actually. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
right now it is not having it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once I start pushing the codes here, okay, you will have the option to download the code directly as a zip file.
Okay. I'll do
Uh,
that.
yeah. So that I will just push it here now,
Mm.
so that you can download it and use it whenever you want it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any questions that I take for today?
No, as of now, no, nothing.
Okay. Any other feedback that you'd like to give? Meaning, is it with or my speed is okay for you, or I'm at too speed or very slow?
It's okay. It's okay for me. Yeah, it's quite
Okay.
understand.
Yeah, yeah. Let me know if I'm too slow because I want to any layman, meaning any new person to listening to this should understand what I'm talking about. That's the way I'm just teaching. Tell me that if you know this concept earlier and if you want to brush it up, we can save some time and utilize that time in doing some more operations, some more tutorials. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's completely up to you. So I'm flexible enough for that. So how much ever is possible to cover, we will try to cover, and wherever it's possible to save our time, we will save it and utilize it for some other purpose.
Okay. Sure. If I know anything, I'll tell you definitely.
Yeah, just tell me. You can just there itself tell me and say sorry. This I know already, or you have covered it already. Need not brush it up. We can just move ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Vishnu.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye. Hmm? Yeah.
Hello. Sailaja, you are there now?
Kadir, I'm dropping off.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Bye.